What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to give y'all an answer to this question. Well, a few answers to this question because I did put three reasons why. But y'all may have more because I'm sure there's absolutely more reasons to this question of why the industry is like it is, why it's so evil, why it's so corrupt, why it destroys so many lives of the willing and those who are unwittingly involved in it. Reason number one is because just of the power, just the power that they have. When you have the financial structure in place and you are able to distribute that to uh, poor people or people who are trying to reach a certain financial level, and you sell them that dream of fame and success, then that power puts you in a position to um, demand things from those artists and those actors and entertainers and athletes that you normally wouldn't get from the average person, but because you have the ability to give them something that they are not able to give themselves like that in that way or in an immediate sense, then it's the power. Two, one of the reasons why this industry is so wicked and evil and dirty is because accessibility. That power gives you access to carry out all of your sick fantasies and all of your sick thoughts, and it gives you access to people to use them as tools and to be used and thrown away whenever you get ready, and at the same time generating revenue for you. So that accessibility puts you in a position to say, well, man, I could never get women to do this for me normally, but since I'm the head of this company, since I'm a higher up in at this particular record label, at this particular movie company, and I know this person wants this, I can do whatever I want to do. I have access to the resources, which gives me access to the power that I spoke about earlier, which now gives me access to you, access to take you out of your normal character and have you again carry out all the fantasies that they want carried out. So the world is at their disposal. So with the world being at their disposal, um, it leads me to number three. The third reason why the industry is so sick and perverted is because the people who run it are sick and perverted. That's who they are. So, um, like I said, the first two things I mentioned, that gave them the ability to act on it. But the fact is, man, they could be just as poor and broke and unassuming as the people that they're signing and locking these deals and exploiting, and they would still have these sick thoughts. They just wouldn't have the means to move on. They wouldn't have the ability to make people compromise their own selves and their own integrity in order for them to get off the way that they like to get off. So that third reason is just that it's run by just some sick, demonic-minded people, and a lot of people don't either want to look at it like that, or they don't think it's that serious. They don't think it's that deep. It's like, oh man, y'all reading way too much into this. When all you got to do, man, is just kind of just look around and see how a lot of people that are in this industry move, and some that get locked into those types of contracts. And when I say contract, understand I'm not always talking about the actual literal piece of paper that constitutes stipulations of a deal over a certain amount of years. I'm talking about those other types of contracts, those understandings, those type of contracts, those contracts that had nothing to do with pen and paper, but had to do with a promise, had to do with an action that was carried out in order to get in the door. But that action that you carried out, that act that you carried out when you demeaned yourself to get in that door, that now represents a contract. It now represents something that they hold on you, and also being what's the word I'm looking for? Being allowed to come into the door to see what goes on behind the door. See, this is an understanding that like they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Forget Vegas. What happens in Hollywood, they don't want you speaking about the things that you've seen, and when you do that, now you find yourself, now mysteriously you see people starting to go through things. You start to see stars starting to go through stuff. You know, they starting to seemingly lose their mind. They seemingly getting sick. They seemingly dying. Right? Seemingly that they dying under um, strange circumstances. So that's a contract that you made, a bond that you made with, and then just to make it as cliche as possible, just that's a deal you made with the devil, and the devil, he comes for his at some point. And I think we relax to feel like, oh, man, I've been on top for 10, 15 years now, man. I guess I'm good now. You never know when he gonna come. So those are the three things, man. It's that power, it's that accessibility which the power granted them, and it's their own sick, satanic minds uh, that one and two gives them the ability to act on. So a decision has to be made by you. A decision has to be made like, man, is it really worth it? Do I really want to be a part of this? And if I do want to be a part of it, what am I willing to do? What am I willing to do? What am I willing to not do? See, it's got to be some things that you have decided in your mind, absolute, that you're not gonna do, regardless. But the scariest part about this whole thing is that I had to learn this just over time. Man, there's people that I couldn't believe it, but it's people that they'll do whatever it takes. They will do whatever it takes to get where they think they want to be, and it doesn't matter. And like I said, I couldn't believe it, and some of y'all may feel the same way, that y'all can't believe it. And the reason why you feel that way is because that you would never do certain things. There's certain lines that you would never cross. But man, your buddy sitting next to you, he might be, man, forget that. That's all I gotta do, and I'm gonna have money, and my family gonna be. Man, look, man, there's a bunch of ways to take care of your family, but I don't think any self-respecting person in your family would want you to compromise your manhood, your womanhood, your dignity, your integrity, your self-respect. I don't think anybody would want you to compromise that just for the sake of taking care of them. They don't really care about you if they look at it like that, and you don't care about yourself. Or maybe it's something that you got in you that you can't wait to be a part of. You can't wait to be at the party. So who knows? But anyway, man, those are three reasons. Y'all may have more. If you got more, feel free to list them. Of course, money is at the root of it all, absolutely too. But if y'all got any more reasons, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to my podcast, the Underground Dialogue Podcast. And I'll hit y'all with another one real soon. All right, peace.